Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Bruce Frisco. It is Thursday, the 14th day of May. This is CTV News. Tonight, ready to learn, the region's newest med school officially opens its doors. Reimagining the grid, Ottawa looks to greenlight green energy among the provinces. And sounding the alarm, a Halifax rapper goes viral while studying for an engineering degree.
Live from our Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News. Here is Bruce Frisco.
Good evening. Ottawa's new clean electricity plan was announced today. Prime Minister says he wants to rewire the country and make it easier to share green energy with our provincial partners. Some say this is long overdue. As CTV's Jesse Thomas tells us tonight, right now, a lot of provinces say they can trade energy with the United States easier than they can with their own neighbors.
Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney says Canada has a golden opportunity to become a clean energy superpower, but it has to act now. As it stands, Canada's power grid, though, is quite fragmented.
Canada is powered by many separate electricity grids, most of which aren't connected to each other. In many cases, it's easier to trade electricity with the United States than across our own country.
The clean electricity plan unveiled today by Ottawa calls on doubling energy capacity on the grid to meet the demand, which will only climb in the coming years as more people electrify their homes, vehicles, and factories. Over the next few months, Carney will meet with provincial and territorial leaders to go over the plan.
Canada's government is launching today consultations on our new electricity strategy.
With a major focus on connecting those power grids with high-voltage transmission lines, it'll be expensive, but there's a federal plan to spread out the costs over time.
You know, the clock is kind of ticking for the federal government to really articulate, I think, what they are going to do in terms of financial support. They mentioned financial support mechanisms. We haven't seen anything concrete.
The Ecology Action Centre believes we're at a fork in the road, so there's some urgency to connect our grids or continue down the road of oil and gas.
Further delays just open up more opportunity at the end of the day, I think, for gas companies to kind of step in and say, hey, we'll meet that demand.
Here in Nova Scotia, Premier and Energy Minister Tim Houston says grid connectivity is key to growing clean energy solutions like offshore wind.
Discussions with them on the transmission. So what they're talking about today is exactly what we've been talking to them as well on transmission for Wind West, but other energy as well.
The federal government anticipates construction costs could top more than $1 trillion. Jesse Thomas, CTV News, Halifax.
It is both practical and highly symbolic in a province where healthcare remains a top issue. The new Medical Sciences building at the Cape Breton Medical Campus officially opened today. The facility, you'll recall, is a partnership between CBU and Dalhousie. Some of the classrooms are connected virtually with campuses at Dal. There's also a full anatomy lab, mock patient rooms for clinical situations and other things. The facility, of course, was a key plank in the Conservative pledge to help fix healthcare.
Such a class building. Like it's just beautiful. And I don't know that there's been a new medical school in the country in 30 years. So this is by far the most modern medical campus in the country, and it shows when you walk through. It's beautiful. We add 30 doctors a year to our healthcare system. In addition to other recruitment, it's a big thing. So the future looks really bright, and this medical school is a big part of it.
The CBU Med School is expected to train up to 30 new family doctors a year who have committed to practice in rural areas of the province after they've graduated. Health and business communities came together in Halifax today. Topics of discussion at the Chamber of Commerce ranged from Nova Scotia's newly implemented one patient, one record digital system to what healthcare might look like in the future. The health minister noted Nova Scotia has recruited 570 doctors since 2021.
We've certainly seen good recruitment with nurses as well. Certainly you've heard folks talk about the paramedic recruitment, the pharmacy work that's happening, and also our ability to train people who are within Nova Scotia.
It's not going to be about bricks and mortar. We may want it to be, but it's impossible. The money is not going to exist. It is all going to be this predictive analytics and AI to a great degree, but these kinds of technologies like OPOR.
Chamber officials say members have repeatedly said health care is important to them. Communities must be healthy to be successful and thriving.
Get the Maritime's top stories, breaking news alerts, and watch live. Download the CTV News app.
Some sad news from the maritime hockey world tonight. Former NHL defenseman Paul Belier has died. Born in Sydney, Belier starred for Canada at the World Juniors back in 1982, then won a Stanley Cup as a member of the New York Islanders as a 20-year-old in '83. He later went on to play for 4 other NHL teams, including Boston and Winnipeg. Later on, he became a coach, including stints at both St. Mary's and Dalhousie, and later as an assistant for the St. John Sea Dogs, and more recently, the Moncton Wildcats. Paul Belier died Wednesday. He was just 63. A warning for pet owners tonight about ticks. There are a lot of them around. A local clinic says staff removed an astonishing 85 ticks from a single dog. As CTV's Hafsa Arif tells us tonight, well, there's no exact way to track tick populations. Experts say they are seeing more and more cases of Lyme disease every year.
It's the kind of photo that makes your skin crawl. This clump of fur and ticks is from one dog after it went missing for just a day.
Through the course of the physical exam, outside of the ticks, the dog was considered healthy, but yeah, 85 ticks were removed by the team there that day.
The number itself is unusual, but the clinic confirms the growing number of cases isn't.
We're certainly seeing a large number of patients that are coming through, certainly, and being confirmed with Lyme disease, which is obviously prevalent and spread by the deer tick.
Tick experts say this winter may have helped ticks survive.
Well, there was more snow than usual, and that actually surprisingly helps the ticks because it insulates where they're hiding just under the surface of the soil.
Pet owners are also noticing it more.
First couple years I had her, she didn't get any ticks ever. But in the past couple years, last year she had 7 all at once from one walk, and that was in the park when she was in the mulch area rolling around.
And they're taking the necessary precautions.
Just have the dog on a monthly preventative NexGard that's supposed to kill them and after they bite.
You just have to treat like all year that it's heavy ticks. You have to inspect your dog after a walk outside, check the dog, like visually, and then feel the fur.
While there's no official tick count or tracking exactly how many are out there, experts like Vet Lloyd know the number's climbing.
Here it was really early. Even in New Brunswick, we were getting a lot of ticks early April. The warmer it gets, the earlier they're going to come out and in greater numbers.
Hafsa Arif, CTV News, Halifax.
Thank you, Hafsa. K-12 teachers in New Brunswick have just voted in favor of a new contract. The New Brunswick Teachers Federation says 93% of its members approved the agreement, which runs until the end of February 2031.
We are very hopeful that this will have an impact on retention and recruitment in our province. That's been a huge issue for us. We've been very concerned for some time, as we do have probably 2,200 teachers likely to retire in the next 5 years.
Details of the agreement had not been made public yet. The Federation says that will happen, though, after the official signing, which is expected next month. Halifax is looking for your input on missing middle housing. For clarity, that's not the massive apartment buildings going up all over HRM or the single detached homes, but rather what's in between: townhouses, low-rise apartment buildings, that kind of thing. The demand is there, but apparently the economics aren't great for builders right now.
I think the issue is right now affordability for people. They're having a hard time making the finances work to get into any type of housing situation.
So we're way behind on ground-based units. This has caused a shortage in the market, which is escalating the price in those ground-based units that are available. So the way we're going to bring the cost down for ground-based units is to build more of them, approve more land for development through the suburban plan.
Land is another issue, at least on the peninsula. There simply isn't a lot of it left that isn't spoken for. The operator of the ferry service between Nova Scotia and Maine says bookings are up about 30%. Bay Ferries Limited says it appears there's a renewed interest from Americans looking to come up here to Canada. The company says it has almost 17,800 reservations for the sailing season, which officially started today. That is about 4,000 more bookings than the same time last year. The ferry gets a provincial subsidy of about $21 million a year, but this is the final year of the company's 10-year contract, and the province has not yet made a decision on how the service will continue. A ceremony will be held tomorrow in the Halifax waterfront to recommission an historic naval vessel. HMCS Sackville is the Royal Canadian Navy's last surviving Flower-class corvette. Senior naval leadership and other dignitaries will be there to honor the ship's distinguished service during the Second World War. The event starts 11 a.m. at Sackville Landing. Still to come tonight, Kaylin's full forecast, and we'll tell you how parents and educators are in a race to teach kids how to use AI safely and responsibly. Coming up next, though, rocks of ages.
The rocks change all the time here. This is actually a beautiful example of a landscape where humans can really interact with geological time and processes.
Geologists keep an eye on one of the best-known tourist sites in the Maritimes. Details are next. Stay with us.
With Aaron and Peter. You can win a brand new bike every day with Bike a Day in May.
Listen for the bike bells every weekday between 8 and 9 and on the weekends between 11 and 12.
We all know that Hopewell Rocks is one of the most visited tourist sites in our region. And with another summer season about to begin, a research team is studying how that whole area is changing. CTV's Derek Haggett explains.
Jennifer Day and her research team have spent a full week on the ocean floor at Hopewell Rocks. The associate professor from Queen's University has brought 2 students here to study the stability of the rock formations and sea cliffs.
Yes, the rocks change all the time here. This is actually a beautiful example of a landscape where humans can really interact with geological time and processes by coming back year after year and seeing that erosion take place.
Day has been taking videos and photos of the cliffs and rocks for the past 6 years. The images are compared with data from past trips to see how much erosion has taken place.
Some places that we sat beside in years previous have now been roped off and they're rockfall hazard zones now.
The staff at the provincial park are more than happy to have them.
Any kind of advancement in science and in the structure and safety of the rocks, anything they do in that regard is very, very welcome by us for sure.
It's work, but the team can't help but enjoy their surroundings.
I have never seen, sea stacks like this before, the coastline and how it changes every day. It's been a really incredible experience and one that I won't forget for a long time.
Oh, I worked with some of our data collection probably for about a year before I came to the park for the first time, and images really don't capture the breathtaking beauty that you see when you come to the park in person.
Derek Haggett, CTV News, Hopewell, Cape, New Brunswick.
Okay, thank you, Derek. Time for one quick break here, but when we return, it's your complete maritime weather forecast. We're easing toward that long weekend. Just one more work day to go. Kaylin Mitchell will tell us what to expect when CTV News at 11:30 continues. Thursday night, 14th day of May today. A little bit more rain tonight for some of us because we haven't had enough.
That's right. And for some of the parts of the Maritimes that start off this week with the most sort of persistent and long-lasting wet weather as well. And that's going to include eastern areas of Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island, the rain coming in off of this low pressure system that's out over the Atlantic. That's showing up here in our forecast timeline in through the greens. So rain filling across the east of Nova Scotia, basically Halifax County and east and into Prince Edward Island during the overnight. Showery conditions back into the southwest of Nova Scotia. Chance of showers around the Bay of Fundy coastline. To start the day tomorrow, I would plan for a rainy or showery start, Halifax and east across Nova Scotia and in the eastern half of Prince Edward Island, Charlottetown, and then all the way towards the coastline there. And then heading into the afternoon, there will be some lingering rain and showers around Prince Edward Island and eastern areas of Nova Scotia. The precipitation at that point should be getting lighter. There'll be a chance of some isolated showers into the southwest of Nova Scotia and a lower chance of the odd spotty shower popping up in the province of New Brunswick through the day. Now, winds in the forecast for tonight are out of the east, and tomorrow's winds will be out of the northeast. There'll be widespread gusts of 20 to 40 kilometers per hour, but a little bit higher in parts of Cape Breton. There's some wind gusts 40 to 60 kilometers per hour, and northern Inverness County in Cape Breton is underneath a wind warning. There, during the day on Friday, some peak wind gusts get up to around 100 kilometers per hour. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight will be falling into a range around 5 to 9 degrees. A little bit cooler around Edmundston, down to around 4. Highs in the forecast for tomorrow in the north of New Brunswick between 16 and 19 degrees, 14 degrees on parts of the coast. 18 for Fredericton for tomorrow, 15 for St. John, 12 degrees for Moncton in the southeast. For Prince Edward Island on Friday, held a little bit cooler because of the rain and the showers with high temperatures of 8 to 10. Eastern areas of Nova Scotia as well will be held cooler because of the wet weather. And high temperatures mostly 7 to 10, though up to around 12 for Tatamagouche, 12 degrees for Amherst and Truro for tomorrow, 12 for the city centers Halifax and Dartmouth and Lunenburg. In the Annapolis Valley, high temperatures tomorrow will be around 14 degrees, and on the south shore of Nova Scotia, the high temperatures around 13, 14 for most communities. Taking a look at the extended forecast for New Brunswick, let's get into the long weekend. Saturday, beautiful day, mix of sun and cloud, high temperatures up to around the low to mid-20s. There'll be a low chance of showers on Sunday, similar temperatures, then a mix of sun and cloud for Monday. After that, it's a chance of showers on Tuesday of next week with showers in the forecast for Wednesday and a chance of showers on Thursday. For Nova Scotia in the outlook coming up on Saturday, mix of sun and cloud, high temperatures in the low 20s, cooler on parts of the coast. There'll be a chance of showers on Sunday, then a mix of sun and cloud for Monday, high temperatures around the high teens. After that, it's a chance of showers on Tuesday of next week, showers in the forecast for Wednesday, and a mix of sun and cloud for Thursday. For Prince Edward Island, it's a mix of sun and cloud on Saturday, high temperatures near 20 degrees. It's a chance of showers on Sunday with a high near 20, 14 on Monday with a mix of sun and cloud, but 18 degrees on Tuesday. Showers in the forecast for Wednesday of next week, and that's followed by a mix of sun and cloud next Thursday. Bruce.
Okay, thank you, sir. Wake up weather still to come. Stay with us. There is a whole lot more on this Thursday edition.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
So this is inevitable. If your kids aren't already using artificial intelligence, they will. From everyday searches to help with homework, experts say AI is here to stay, and it's changing the way children learn and interact. In fact, as CTV's Vanessa Wright tells us tonight, parents and educators are racing right now to teach kids how to use it safely and responsibly.
We have no rules. We have no guidelines. We've never been here before. So we're all trying to figure this out for the very first time.
As with most trends, youth are typically first to get their hands on it, which is why digital anthropologist Giles Crouch says now is the best time for parents to help their children navigate the technology, especially with several real-world cases of AI gone wrong.
This is what parents bring to the table because we have lived experience. We've been around for a number of decades, so we've kind of got an idea of what's right and what's wrong and what the rules and values are in our culture and society. So it's really important for parents to be able to communicate these things to kids as they're using the tools.
Crouch isn't alone in that thinking.
Yeah, I definitely think parents and teachers, anyone who has the power to watch over students and children who could get into AI sites easily should have some guardrails up.
I believe it is a train, and I'm not sure how to stop it, but we need to figure out how to use it.
And while he agrees it can be a useful resource, Crouch encourages parents to set limits on AI use and monitor how children interact and respond to it.
Keep an eye on their emotional state. You know, are they feeling depressed? Are they exhibiting signs of depression or frustration, suicidal thoughts, that sort of thing?
Vanessa Wright, CTV News.
Thank you, Vanessa. Time for one final break tonight. Coming up, a viral hit for an engineering student in Halifax. First, though, it's your wake-up weather. Here's a live look at Antigonish as this Thursday evening winds down. 11 degrees right now and some rain. Kaylin Mitchell's wake-up weather is coming up next. Friday morning, just one more workday into the first long weekend of the season, and the best way to pay that off is with the wake-up weather.
Yeah, a little bit of a cloudier Friday morning around the Maritime region and for eastern parts of the Maritimes. So talking about basically the eastern half of Nova Scotia, Halifax, all the way to Cape Breton, and in Prince Edward Island. There's going to be some rain and some showers around. In fact, that part of the Maritimes could even see some further showers extend into and through Friday afternoon. Your best chance for sunny breaks for tomorrow will be in the province of New Brunswick and in the southwest of Nova Scotia. And for those two areas, a lower chance of showers. Bruce.
Okay, thank you, Kaylin. Well, a Halifax rapper and full-time university student was in the middle of his final exams when he unexpectedly created a viral hit. CTV's Mike Lamb caught up with the talented musician.
They try to get in my whip, but he tripping along, going nuts. Hi, my name is Wei Wenli. I go by Tilo, and I'm a rapper, producer, and industrial engineering student. And I'm about to graduate. Music is just, I've always been doing creative things growing up, editing, stop motion, everything. And then music was just something I tried. I just love trying new things. I make my music by ear, so I don't know any music theory. I just taught myself. So I was studying for my exams. I had finals coming up, but I seen this video of this girl just making a beat to a car alarm, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. So I just took that video and I made a beat out of it that night. When I had the lyrics, I went straight to my studio. I recorded the chorus, and then it just went viral. Yo, y'all hear that? They try to get in my whip, but he tripping. Alarm going off, so they just had a dip. Jelling my beat, man, ain't nothing sweet. Her name is Prasasi. She said that she was so honored to be a part of something like that. And I was just, honestly, I was honored that she even reacted to it and responded. It's just great working with her. It was weird, especially when it was blowing up, like my notifications was just blowing up like crazy, because I was in the middle of school too. I had exams coming up, studies, and I had to like keep my mind focused on this school thing. Well, my phone was just silently blowing up. I'm done my classes now, so I can just focus on the music, make sure this song goes well. I said when you made a hit song, but you need to be an academic weapon to graduate. So I let my fans, I let the supporters know that I was focused on school because that was more important for me to graduate and make sure I get everything right. But I still let them know that the song was gonna come out eventually. I'm making a hit. All of my people get straight to the bag. A lot of people said that Halifax, you can't blow up in Halifax, is a small city. But I want to be an inspiration to let people know that just because the city is small doesn't mean that you can't do big things.
And that's how you do it. Okay, that is your late news for tonight. If you joined us late, you'd like another look at anything you've seen and a whole lot more. CTVNewsAtlantic.ca is your home for news. I'm Bruce Frisco. Thank you for staying up late with us tonight. Have a good evening. Hope to see you again tomorrow for Friday.